All right, guys, thanks for tuning to the channel today. If you haven't done it, please hit that like and subscribe down there. It helps keep the support going. Today, we're going to talk about the Yamaha NPS 5500 inverter generator. Now, I got a new RV, and I've had the Cummins 5500s in all of my other RVs, so I'm very familiar with the Cummins units. Moving to the Yamaha, I was kind of excited to see, have the inverter technology. You're going to get a little bit more efficiency, with it idling and ramping up and down. So just kind of want to go over some of the pros and cons of what I've noticed with this generator and let you make your decision. These are all my opinions, so we'll start there. One of the things that I noticed is the Cummins 5500 is a pretty quiet genset, and it's the same noise whether it's loaded or unloaded, and it stays the same. You can run one air conditioner, two air conditioners, and you basically have the same amount of decibels, right? Within a few, with it surging a little bit. But with this inverter, what I will say is, if you're gonna run one air conditioner, and now I have two 15,000 air conditioners on this unit. Usually you have a 15 and a 13. So one of the things I'll say is running one air conditioner, this thing is definitely quieter than the 5500. It's more probably about that 30% throttle. It's idled down, and if I was to say it's exhaust noise, it's probably, I would say the exhaust noise is quieter, but I think the cooling fan's a little bit noisier. So you hear a little bit of the cooling fan. That's something you can't quiet down if you're gonna add another muffler or whatever you're gonna do. I can't hear that. It sounds like a little metallic. It's just a different noise coming from the cooling system on this unit. But it is quieter with one air running. Now, the difference is, I guess, and it depends if you boondock or if you're gonna be in RV sites, when you're gonna run your generator, running down the road, whatever your decision is on that. The one thing I will say about the inverter is when your compressor cycle's on, it ramps up. And so it jumps up and your sound decibels jump up. And then when the compressor cycle's off, it's gonna cycle down. So I think that's definitely a con for this generator, in my opinion. What I'm gonna do to try to resolve that is I'm putting 2 soft starts on my AC units. And I've got videos on that if you wanna go to my channel. You can definitely, where like the inrush, I think shows like 20 or 21 amps when the compressor kicks on. You average about 7 to 8 amps. And, we put a soft start on and we only went up to 11 amps with the compressor kicking on. So you can search my channel for that video if you want to see it. We've actually got a fluke on it before and after. I'm going to put the soft starts on my AC units. And, I would say probably the best solution for me to keep it quiet is going to be to run one 15 unit, at nighttime, and run the fan on the other unit. The fan doesn't take that much energy, so it doesn't make this thing ramp up extremely. But when you're running both of those 15,000 units, this thing is making noise. It is louder than the 5500. And I wouldn't say by a little, it's a little bit more than a little. It's kind of between a little and a lot, if you kind of get my drift. So if it's fully loaded, and I think that goes to show for any inverter generator. I've got lots of gensets, I've got a couple of the new 9500 inverter genset, not naming any names on that one, but it's a great genset. But again, it's pretty quiet loaded at 40–50%. When you load that thing at 80 to 90%, it's significantly loud. So just know, I guess my rule of thumb is on inverters. If I'm buying them, if I want them to be quiet, I need to figure about a 50% load on them. So that's just a good rule of thumb to use. And anyway, but that's kind of my thoughts and my opinions on it. We'll get the soft starts on and see where we go from there. But I'm gonna turn around here in a minute, start this thing up, let you listen to it idle with no load, and then we're gonna put one air on and then another air on just to kind of show you. This is no soft starts, this is straight from the factory, just to kind of show you how much noise it makes. And it is in my shop, so it does make a little bit more noise, and you are close and microphones pick up a little bit more. It's not terrible, but guys, with 2 ACs, it's noisy. I mean, I could see me getting ran out of a park running 2 air conditioners with this thing. So just, and not saying that you wouldn't get ran out of any other park, but just being honest and kind of telling you where we are. So let's get this thing started up and see what it does. Okay, now before I do the startup real quick, I did want to show you some of the things that are better too about this genset. When you open this right here is really nice. We've all done it. We've ran our batteries completely dead on our camper, so then you have no way to start it. You've got to get it charged up enough to be able to get it to start the electric start on the genset. Having that pull start's really nice. They've got a manual choke up here. It works just like the 5500. It's got the stop and prime and the start button. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Hear the pump come on, it's priming. And then we're gonna go start. Now, if I shut this, of course, this is where I'm going to tell you that it's way quieter than the Compass. I mean, this is, you know, just running the fridge or whatever, your inverter. There's not a lot running. Some lights in the camper. Very quiet. And I can sit right here and talk to you. So definitely a benefit on that. But I'm going to run inside. We're going to turn on 115 BT air conditioner, and I'll let you hear the difference on that. Okay, so as you can see, it's quieter. I mean, of course, the generator's right here on this side. You can hear it. You know, that's one air conditioner running. It's ramped up probably about 40% throttle. So it's definitely a difference. Go inside the camper real quick. And of course, you can't even hear it running in here, which is nice. Turn the lights on. Like I said, pretty quiet, but as that compressor cycles on and off, you're going to hear it ramp up and ramp down when it kicks on and off. So just something to think about. Let's run up here to the bedroom. Okay, turn the light on. Now this is where it's going to kick on and ramp up significantly. Sorry. Okay, we can hear it. It ramped up a little bit. All right, let's walk back outside real quick. Sorry if my phone's a little shaky. Now this is the difference, okay? But it's definitely louder than my own N5500 running 2 air conditioners. So, and that's with the muffler facing forward. I go around the front. Getting a little bit of exhaust noise, but you can also hear that cooling noise coming from the bottom here. So that cooling fan to me makes a little more noise than the Onan does. Okay, so now I'm running the 115 air conditioner, and I've got just the fan on in the bedroom, which is going to help circulate air in that racetrack system. You know, how I would basically run it if I didn't need both air conditioners. And you come out here, and I would say it's pretty equal to what my Cummins 5500 sounded like, running one fan without the compressor and running one unit with the compressor on. So, another benefit that's really nice with the inverter is it comes with this nice little remote. You can hear it running outside. You can stop and start it right here with the remote. Transfer switch switches over. Makes it really easy. And that's nice if you're pulling into a site and you want to shut it off, start it up, whatever you need to do. Nice to have it right here on your key. You don't even have to get out. Or if you want to start it going down the road, you can fire it up from your truck while you're driving. So anyway, there's some pros and cons on it. I looked at YouTube. I try to find more information. You know, there's a lot of details on the generator set itself, but not a lot on the opinions of the inverter and whether it's a benefit to you or not. Definitely, I think running one air conditioner, this thing is going to idle. It's going to burn less fuel, and it's going to be pretty quiet. If I'm planning on running 2 most of the time, you know, I think that's a different deal. So, and I know that the manufacturers, it's what's available to them. I know Cummins had a shortage; they couldn't get them, and so some of the manufacturers switched to these NPSs. So, anyway, that's just my opinion. Appreciate you watching the video. Please hit that like and subscribe if you don't mind, and we'll catch you on the next one.